G'day everybody, welcome back to Sprouts Tarot. So today's reading is, what does your spirit guide or guides need you to know right now? This particular energy I've been feeling recently is about a change that we can make, either involving physically changing something or mentally having a shift of some sort. So this is why today's reading is going to be based on the Shapeshifter Oracle. And these are the 3 cards that you can choose from. So I know that I've got this corner light here, so I'm going to hold the cards up so you can have a better look. So the first one is this one. So that's group number 1. Group number 2, remember, always just go by feel, okay? The feels are important. And number 3. Okay. I look forward to seeing you over the other side. Welcome back, group 1. So if you picked this card, the Dragonling Garden, what it looks like is, at the moment, you're in seclusion looking after something very precious. So she's a fae, like fairy fae, and she's nursing these little baby dragons. And these mythological creatures will only come when we have reached the brink of destruction and we didn't actually destroy ourselves, and we're coming back into the light sphere. So this is a very tender moment where you're hiding, but not because you want to hide. It is because you're caring for something more precious and something bigger than yourself. So maybe you could be nursing a dream that has greater implications for the world. It could mean taking care of a younger sibling. It could mean becoming foster parents or caring for a child of your own. So a new world is born. What this means from my perspective is your spirit guides want you to know that what you are nursing at the moment is something that is very important. So whether it be a creative project or a human being or animal pet friend, whatever, it is important, and your time dedication and your care and love is definitely something that is worthy of praise. I've got another card here from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and in contrast to this energy where you're in seclusion in a cave-like structure caring for something, it seems like a card in opposition where the sun is asking you to come out and shine your light on the world, because the sun is the only star that we really live by, because it's only through the sun that everything else is illuminated. Which is really strange. In contrast to this one, we see something being nursed in darkness, and underlying that is the biggest, brightest sun. I mean, they're in opposition, but they're also 2 sides of the same coin. So this is profound. Okay, now we have the heart chakra card here. Okay, so this is an energy which talks about our passion, things which make us feel. And so Cherry, this waitress, she's just a lovely soul. You know how some people have just really gentle personas, and you can feel that they're just one of those special people, and that's what Cherry is. So Cherry is a waitress, and she works really hard, and she does what is conventionally considered to be correct. And she does have somebody who she calls a partner, a boyfriend. However, he is always coming and going, and he doesn't really see her for the true, wonderful human being that she is. So she always feels that there's something missing in life. And one day a customer orders a piece of this cherry pie, which Cherry cuts. And upon seeing this pie, she suddenly gets this kind of melancholic thought in her mind, and she says, this pie is like her life, where seemingly it looks okay, but there's always something missing. Something's just not there. And so her spirit guide is telling her to look at this pie in a different way. So if you look at it as one piece missing, then, you know, you feel sorry for yourself and you feel kind of like saddened by the fact that this piece is missing. However, if you look at this pie from this kind of formation, it just looks like a heart. So maybe this piece is missing because it will create a better life for you. And I know that sounds kind of weird, right? But it's true, because if you cut this piece out, you can form this heart. So only when things go missing in your life do you realize their importance. And so after that, Cherry goes and pursues a new partner who is much more suited for her temperament. Okay, so now we've got these three energies here working together, right? You're nursing something. The underlying aspect of you nursing that thing is going to shine out into the world. So whatever it is that you're doing now is going to shine out in the world. And once you've accepted this part of your life not being something that is missing, but in fact something that is whole, you'll be able to move forward. Now that's only 3 pieces. Let's keep on looking what other clues we can get. Okay, so now I've got the tea leaf tarot here. So this tea leaf deck is really, really wonderful, because traditionally tea leaf teomancy is really complicated. They got thousands and thousands of different patterns, which, you know, you got to have a lot of patience, and you have to be somewhat gifted, in which I'm not. So I bought this deck that summarizes them. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so clubs, someone will try to make you do something against your will. Ooh, okay, let's see what other cards, what other tea leaf things can we pick. Okay, let's go by random intuition. A stubborn, aggressive person. Oh, that's kind of strange. Okay, what else do we have? Ah, 4-leaf clover. Good, great fortune. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Now, let's see. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 cards from the tarot deck. So today I'm using the City Labyrinth Tarot. This is a tarot that was basically designed for the, I think, 90s in the US. So the pictures look a little outdated, but yeah, sign of the times. This deck was created then. So, oh, okay. Page of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. And once again, because we have a page card, we are going to get some advice. Okay, what advice can we get here? Oops, let's see. The page. Okay, so the message from the page is abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on its way. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's all fitting. Okay, let's get another message. Let's get, oh. Brilliance. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. The light bulb moment. Okay, there we go. Are you getting an idea now? Okay, currently what it does seem is right now you're in Cherry's position. There is somebody in your life that is maybe a little bit overbearing from your perspective. The energy is kind of like an Aryan energy. The ram is like Aries, aggression, kind of aggressive, looking at you. Trying to make you do something is part of this energy because, you know, it's near you. However, what you are nursing now is the desire to move to another place. Because here you are, you've hopped onto your motorbike, you've packed up everything, and you're giving one last look to what was your old life, and you're going to zoom on ahead. And you're going to zoom here to this dragonling garden. You're going towards nursing something precious. This precious thing that you are nursing, it is an idea that you are going to discover once you leave this predicament. Okay? You have to open yourself to the possibility first, and I think that's the critical step. I think your spirit guides are telling you whatever drudgery you're experiencing now, these energies are put in your life to get you to step out because you have to. Currently you're bored, and maybe you are using maybe means to numb your senses, or because you can't really see a way out, so you're bored. So maybe you feel you're stuck in this situation, and the only thing that you can do is numb the pain through retail therapy, vices such as drinking excessively, or maybe, eating one too many pieces of sweets, all those things. Right now, there doesn't seem a lot of contentment because your ideas that can eventually draw you into becoming a beacon for others to follow, to illuminate others, rests on you having the willingness to actually do something about it. Because this energy is actually moving towards something material as well, because it's pentacles, it's an earth energy. The luck is on your side because you got the 4-leaf clover here. But it's hard to see and it's hard to believe when you can only see the gap here of the pie rather than see the heart. And I think today's message, your spirit guides really needs you, because now my eyes, I'm drawing on Cherry actually, just to tell you totally honestly. Like, I'm just focusing on Cherry. She's just pulling me. And it seems as though your guide, your spirit guide is telling you, please re-look at the shape of this pie. Don't look at that missing piece. Don't look at that piece as giving something away. Regard it as a necessary process for you to transform yourself into this loving light, to illuminate others in the future. The sun is a luminary in our system. The moon is just a reflection of the sun's light. But this card underlines your future here. What you are nursing here is going to not only benefit yourself, not just yourself, but at the bare minimum, it's going to benefit your community, if not your state, your nation, or the world. So you're going to contribute something. This is a very, very powerful card, okay? In astrology, the sun's the main energy. It's the biggest energy. It represents the soul. So I think today's reading, your spirit guides really need you to look at this card carefully, to study it, to rewire your thinking. it is not this piece that is cut out. It is the formation of the heart. And that's the key message, I think, for you today. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for allowing me to read for you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye. Welcome back, Group 2. So if you chose this card, the Wolf Moon, this is a message that your spirit guides need you to know. So once again, as per usual, let's take a look at each piece of the puzzle. So this Wolf Moon card shows a girl and her wolf. So they are in fact part of one family, though she does look different from the wolf and vice versa. And you can tell that simply because she has the wolf paw tattoo on her body, just to show that she's part of the clan. Now, as we all know, what happens to the full moon? Okay, there's a transformation. So what this card is basically highlighting, you're currently undergoing something, and it isn't a mild transformation. It is a shaker, basically. A metamorphosis is definitely in play. And I would pay attention to 3 days before and 3 days after a full moon, because it's most likely that you're going to receive some sort of message during this time frame, which is going to springboard this transformation. And we don't know which way this is going to go. So we don't know if the wolf is going to change into human form or vice versa. Okay, so that's piece 1. Now, piece 2 is this. Now, this is from the Mystical Shaman Pocket Edition deck. And this card came in reverse. And as you can see, it says upper world. So what is the upper world? This is where the divinities live. Where angels and gods and our guardian angels, the ancient ones from our past, all reside in this sphere, and they're looking out for us. They're trying to help us whenever we are bogged down with problems and worries. As you can see, the spreading of the wings and the globe. And every change in our life is overseen by them. So we're never really alone. However, this card coming out reverse basically means that a message has already been delivered to you. So this change it's already guided. They have already given you ways in which you should undergo this particular metamorphosis. And if you haven't taken concrete steps towards that, then they're basically on standby mode. There's not that much that they can do to propel you forward. So that step after they've delivered the message must be taken by you. Now, what makes this reading a little bit Twilight Zone area is this. Okay, now, when I pulled this card, it kind of made the whole reading appear more mysterious and enigmatic, if you will. Okay, so this indigo card, violet card, is the sixth sense, basically. And mysticism is the title. This story, it freaks me out a little bit, simply because the actual acts are not so freaky, but it is and it isn't. Okay, so let me just tell you the story. So this woman is called Aubergine, and this house that she's going to attend to tonight is there's a host in this house organizing a dinner party for 4 of her friends. So the 4 friends that are coming include 1 couple and 1 man and 1 woman who don't know each other. So maybe it's kind of like a blind date situation. But the host suddenly receives a phone call from Aubergine, who announces that she'll be joining the dinner party. Of course, the host is at a loss because she's like, hey, I didn't invite an aubergine. And she's thinking, did the other guests invite this person? However, if they did, they would have given her a heads up, right? But there's no message. And lo and behold, when the dinner party started, you can hear the ding dong and aubergine announces her arrival. So that situation, you can just imagine if this happened in real life, right? It would be a little freaky. And that's the point. The change that you are asked to undergo or you are destined to undergo now is residing in this sphere where it doesn't compute logically. So it's leaving you feeling kind of a little bit like ungrounded. So imagine, if you will, this situation, right? It's the same allure as okay, if you look out in the ocean, pitch black in the middle of the night, nobody is going to jump in for a swim because that's just way out there frightening. Okay, so that on the scarometer is like 10. But imagine a lake that's near your home that you've always swam in when you were, a kid until now, but in the daytime. And suddenly, this particular night, the lake is beckoning you to come forth at dusk. And so that friendly lake that you know in the daytime has suddenly taken on this mystical allure that you're not familiar with. So it's leaving you kind of reticent. Now you're hesitant to actually go into that lake, right? Even though it is that same lake. And that's the space that you're currently holding at this time. So there are facets of you that you're unfamiliar with and you don't know why that's coming about. You don't understand this change that's happening. So that's the base of this reading. But what we need now is to get more information to ground this, to see what is actually happening. Okay, now, today I'm going to use the tea leaf oracle. So let's just pick out a few cards just to see what we're going to get. Let's try this one. Okay, let's try this one. And as for group 1, I chose 3, so let's go for another one. Okay, let's say this one. Okay, so let's put this to one side. Let's reveal this elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Ooh, there we go. Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Oh, okay. Cat, a two-faced friend. Okay. Now let's go for the tarot then. Let's see what the tarot has in store for us. Okay, well that puts a little bit of a spin. So now the story of aubergine and the wolf and the warning from your ancestors to change something. Oh, that's actually... Okay, let's see. Okay, now what's at the bottom of the deck? 5 cups. Okay. What it looks like, okay, now I see a story. There is going to be some disappointment in a relationship that you currently have, or a relationship that you're holding space for. This relationship, maybe once upon a time, was very dependable and stable. So maybe you relied on this person a lot, and maybe this could have spanned like decades or at least a few years in your life, which were extremely important in shaping you. But now you're kind of lost because you can't really understand where this relationship is going, for one, and you can't understand the motives, like why has it changed? And so at this time, this particular event is going to be emotionally taxing, which will take you on a journey which is going to involve a lot of self-examination. And this is why this change is going to come about. There are still things which are yet unknown. So if you remember this story of Aubergine going to a dinner party and unbeknownst to the host or the guests, but we don't actually understand what the intention is. It is a mystery that is asking you just to stay with it until it is revealed. But here we've got someone who's trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want, and a two-faced friend. So this could be a third-party energy, like somebody who you thought was a friend but is in fact a frenemy. And so this particular reveal here, we don't actually know if this is the messenger that is going to come into your life. Like I said, maybe 3 days before or after a full moon, that this mystery is going to be revealed to you, so you can move on from this sadness and find a direction. But right now, maybe this particular incident is quite harrowing for you, and this is why your ancestors has given you a sign and given you guidance. Your ancestors or your spirit guides have already given you kind of like a heads up or a symbol or sign of some sort. It has already been revealed to you. And I would say pay attention to any markings, like maybe like shop signs, people who have very unusual tattoos. If suddenly you see a tattoo that really speaks to you, this is maybe clues that your spirit guides are telling you or warning you about this particular situation. So maybe this is a warning. Maybe your friend is undergoing a change of some sort that you are unaware of. And your guides are telling you that expect this kind of maybe not so positive event that will happen. So I think today there's going to be a protection message. This is a protection message from your spirit guides. So right now, there could be sadness coming into your life because of this particular relationship that has always grounded you before, but that's going to do maybe like a 180 that you're not expecting. And hence, this is to tell you that something like this could enter your life, and for you to not be so distraught about it when it comes. Let's see if we can get some sort of like guidance message for this particular reading. Okay, let's see. Please give, is there some guidance that you can give? not from this deck. Let's see if we can have some guidance from this other deck. Let's see. Oh, we do. Okay, timing. It's all in the timing right now. Pull another card to see if you need to do it now, wait a while, or make a different decision. Well, let's pull another card. Oh, there we go. Guidance. Divine forces are showing you the way to go. You are discovering another piece of your destiny and your purpose in life. Oh, wow. Okay, so like I said here before, right? 3 days before, 3 days after a full moon, the next full moon, after you see this reading, please pay particular attention. Okay, so you are being divinely protected. Please do not worry about this. This particular episode is designed for you to either get a new lease in life, change your perception or perspective on something, because it is part of your destiny, basically. So yeah, this is not such a happy reading, but you are being protected by receiving this message before something actually happens, so you will be less distraught. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for letting me read for you, and I sincerely hope things work out, and I hope to see you again. Bye. Welcome back, group 3. So if you pick this card, Hedgehog Love, this is what your spirit guides need you to know. So if you could see these cute little faces, my. Okay, so the energy here is you've either recently met or you are soon going to meet a group of people who you can be yourself around with, who are going to be a lot of fun. This is kind of like some sort of restoration time for you to get back into the groove, to get your mojo back. So as you can see, hedgehogs are small little darlings, aren't they? I remember I went to a hedgehog cafe in Tokyo, and they're just, you know, beautiful little creatures. I mean, you have to wear gloves when handling them, so let's not kid ourselves. They're prickly little creatures, but it is a group that will allow you simply to be and enjoy their company, have fun. So that's the first grounding energy. So your spirit guides are giving you a soul family, a fun soul family, if you will. Okay, so from the Mystical Shaman deck, I got this card, 14, the Curse in Reverse. Oh, I just made a rhyme. Should I be a rapper? Okay, so this particular message talks about lineage, specifically familial karma. So you know how we pass down and we adopt certain habits and thought patterns that we have from parents and from relatives. And so this talks about that and the ramifications of adopting certain behavioral patterns that maybe no longer belong to this particular time frame, but has always been done. So for example, language has gone through a really big change, right? So there's a language evolution. Things that you could say 5 years ago are no longer pertinent now, and you shouldn't be using certain phrases, etc. Good or bad, we're not the judge. It's just that times have changed. This particular energy is asking you to pay attention to the way that you conduct yourself, because maybe you could inadvertently hurt people, or vice versa, actually. So people could inadvertently offend or hurt you. So that's this particular card. Okay, now the third piece of our main puzzle here is, as we were talking about here, from the Chakra deck, and this blue card focuses on the communicative aspects of life. So there's a cute little story here, and once we weave the story together, everything will make sense. But this character here is called Mrs. Patriot. So Mrs. Patriot is somebody who loves her country a lot, and she wants to do something that nobody in her society or in her country has ever done, and that is to walk across this particular lake formation, so she believes, because nobody's been brave enough to do so. However, by the time she actually has worked up the courage to actually undertake this task, the little boy tells her the lake's already dried up. So basically where she's standing right now is once upon a time, this great feat that she wanted to conquer is already no longer available or already conquered, because she can just stand on it freely now. So the main point of this particular story is maybe that quest, that great conquest that you were aiming for, trying to get at, maybe it's kind of like a mirage. It's more of an illusion, and that your great task is already here. So it's already in your life. Okay, so these are the three pieces to ground the reading, but let's go further to see what the final story is. So today we're going to use the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. Now let's try to get a few cards. So this one looks good, and this side, maybe this side. And so like I did for groups 2 and 3, 1 and 2, let's get 3 cards in total. Okay, so now we can put this away. And let's take a look at our tarot, City Labyrinth, and let's see what messages or what stories can we get from this. I just love this picture of the hedgehogs. Sorry. They've just got such cute little faces. I'm so enamored with them. This picture is so cute. Okay, let's see. Please tell me more about this story. What do the spirit guides of group 3 need them to know? Okay, 2 of Pentacles. You're balancing something in. Oh, there's a victory. Oh, coming along. Transformation. Beautiful. Now let's see what's here. Disappointment in some affair. My desk is really slippery. Wreath, sorrow over a loss, and pin, new job, new career. Wow. Okay. So, I think this and this, right? It looks like maybe somebody has disappointed you in some way, or vice versa. You have disappointed someone in some ways, okay? So I don't really know where this is going. So currently the energy here is that maybe something was lost, monetary, or in terms of emotional feelings. My guess is emotional feelings, right? So somebody was hurt or lost or damaged, and it kind of looks like you, because simply the new soul family group is coming into your life. That's probably going to come through, surprisingly, through searching for a new job or a new career. So it looks like this new quote-unquote spiritual family is probably going to come via a new job. And things like this happen quite easily. If you go and work for especially smaller companies, right, and it's a really tight-knit clan, and you join them, like when you first walk in, of course, small companies are not like those big, glamorous, like like Arthur Anderson or something like that. Okay, so it's not one of those Price Watercooper House big things, big companies with those like intimidating doors. If you go into like a small family type structure, organization, in the beginning, what they lack in glamour is usually made up for in warmth. And you can feel that as soon as you enter into the office. Maybe the clothes are like, you know, like a little outdated. The fashion's not quite there, but the people are heaps smiley. And you can see at the corner that there's a little box filled with homemade cupcakes, right? And the coffee machine is a little run down, but you definitely know they bought the latest or the most delicious coffee that they can find in their area to fill that coffee machine with. So you feel it's home. And I think that's where this new group is. Like, people are like a mixed bag and they're all working together. And what holds them together is this job to create something which is like the company. It's to grow that company that they are all a part of. And now, should you join that, you're going to be welcomed into the fold. What has recently hurt you or caused this transformation? Okay, so please don't be thrown by this title. It doesn't mean anything. Deaths are usually transformations. So what is broken will be remedied through a new perspective, change in residence, change in career, change in like worldview. So yes, he's looking a little despondent at the moment, but he's got stairs that he can walk out of. Like, it looks as though he's in a kind of basement of some sort, but he's not really trapped here. Okay, there's a staircase that can just lead out to the outside world. So all he needs to do is just get himself out of this funk and take his butt out, and there's a new opportunity. It will require you to juggle, to balance two things in your life, which is currently the ability to move forward and also this particular loss that you've suffered. So right now, things don't look particularly balanced. You're riding on a motorcycle after all. However, it is a place that you have been able to work with before. So you have gone through this. This is not your first rodeo. And you're just rebalancing what loss means in terms of what it can fuel, which is a new vision in life. So you're balancing these two aspects. You will come out the winner here. And my guess is, because you're going to get this new job or new career, this new direction in life, where the thing that you were planning on doing to make yourself feel better is actually done when you enter this new zone. So, for example, if you thought that this particular loss or disappointment that you felt can only be harmonized if you say, do another hobby or get another prize of some sort, you're going to find that to be unnecessary. So once you get this new career or new job, that emotional aspect that you felt was lost is going to be balanced out through this new group that is coming into your life, this soul family. Now, for example, let's say the disappointment was you chose a really bad song at karaoke and you didn't win this karaoke contest that you were preparing for over a year. Okay, this is just an example. You enter this new company and they suddenly have this kind of sing-along contest. Okay, so everybody meets up Friday night for drinks, and then after that somebody says, oh, let's go singing. So you do, and you kill it. You're the best singer there, and so you get all the accolades. And while you didn't actually get a prize, but simply making everybody so happy, and now everybody loves you, and everybody requests an encore performance, right? Even though there's no prize in that, it is the same feeling as if you did win a prize. Okay, so that's what I mean. That quest that you thought that you had to undertake in order to ameliorate the feelings of this loss doesn't need to be done once this new career or job or new path in your life begins. That loss is made up for. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I think your spirit guides here really need you to know that this hurt, loss, or disappointment that you're feeling is going to be overcome very soon. And this, because of that loss, this new soul family that's going to enter your life, you're going to appreciate it all the more simply because of this grueling experience that you had before. So your spirit guides are cheering for you. They're saying, please don't look too far, because what you're going to get, what you're going to achieve, that's going to leave you with the same happy feelings are much closer to home. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Thank you very much for letting me read for you, and I hope to see you again. Take care. Bye.